Hello traders, Steve Ganz here, and one of the things that I like to try to point out to people when I have an opportunity to do is anomalies that crop up in the trading world. I know when I was first learning to trade, particularly learning to trade options, I would run across these from time to time, and I just started banging my head saying, what am I missing here? So if I can share some things like this with people and help them to understand that things are not as they appear in some cases, I like to do that. And this is a perfect example. This is on the new symbol DJT, which is Trump's Truth Social media platform. And it's acting like a meme stock right now. It's trading all over the board. It's been as low as $30, as high as $80, all within the last week. It has very limited fundamentals, but as an option trader, that's not really what we're looking at here. What we're looking at is we're looking at volatility and how we could potentially get into a trade. And I will tell you that I've traded this thing actually quite a bit over the past week. I've done iron butterflies in it. I am not recommending this for a reason that I'll share with you in a moment. But what I did want to point out is if I model out this trade right now, I'm modeling a 1-point wide iron butterfly. So I'm selling the 36 call, selling the 36 put. I'm buying the 37 call, buying the 35 put. So this is called an iron butterfly with 1-point wings. If you look at this right now, it looks like I can't lose on this trade. There is no way that I could lose on this trade. So right now, if I were to go out and enter this trade into my platform, it would say that it would be getting $1. Let's see, I guess the order would go out for a little over $1. Now your broker is instantly going to reject that, saying you can't put on a trade for more than a $1 credit when the wings are only $1 wide. The broker will not allow this trade to go through. So why does it model that way? What's happening here that makes this look like it does here? Now, I will tell you what's been very weird about this is I did put out trades on this symbol up and down the price spectrum here. Again, I can't put out an order for $1. But last week, I was putting out orders for 96 and 97 cents. So I was taking in 97 cents in credit, meaning I only had 3 cents in risk on these trades. And I traded a lot of them. I put out quite a few. In one case, I did 30 lots. So that 30 lot, and I'm doing it, in that case, I'm doing it on a platform where I don't actually pay any commissions, which is Tradier. So I didn't have a commission function in there. And in doing that, I took in 97 cents. And again, so only $3 per condor risk or per butterfly risk. And that $3 times 30, that gave me a total of $90 in risk in that trade. And if DJT came back and came into the tent here at or near expiration, it could have a decent profit with it. Where does this fall apart? Even if I get filled at 97 cents, what happens here? And right now, that's what it's looking like right now. So I want to deal with two issues. One, what's happening? How does this sometimes show up that I can get into it, like right now, where my maximum loss would be a profit of $7.50. It's all about the bid-ask spread. If I come in and look at each one of these legs, we can see that's 25 cents right there. This is another 20 cents wide in the bid-ask spread. Here, we're 30 cents wide in the bid-ask spread. And here, we're 20 cents wide. So that's just crazy wide in bid-ask spreads on each one of these. But again, that's issue number one. That's why it will model up this way, because, and it's nothing wrong with the software. All software works this way. It's going to take the mid price of a fill And if you looked at each one of these legs individually and took those mids, it would model out to this. But again, the broker is not going to fill you at that. So let's just say that I put the order out there at 97 cents. I did get the fill, which I did get multiple times last week. Now today, it's not even let me enter that order. So I think the brokers maybe became wise to this. But when I entered the order, took in 97 cents in credit. Again, I only had 3 cents in risk on each butterfly that I had on. In that scenario, what happened, the price ran up significantly and I was getting assigned short shares. Now, that's not a problem for me. I don't worry about that in the least. But my short calls, because last week it had run up, this week it would be the short puts. But the short calls, I was getting assignment on those short calls, and that will put somebody with a smaller account into basically your broker's going to call you and tell you, hey, you've got to close out those short shares. I would have loved to have hung on to those short shares, but right now the brokers don't have short shares. So the brokers are going to reach out to you and say, you have to cover those short shares right away or we're going to cover them for you. So then each morning it became an exercise in working the order to get favorable fills, which I did because of the bid-ask spread. I was able to get good fills and work some minor profit out of that trade. But at the end of the day, it was a pain in the butt because I kept getting assigned short shares. And the way it's fallen in the past week, had I had butterflies on, I would have been getting assigned long shares. That probably would have also put me into a margin call situation just because I had so many of these on. So again, reason I wanted to share this, 2 key reasons. One, when it looks like this, looks too good to be true, it is. You won't actually be able to get this fill. But even if you could get the fill like I did at 96 or 97 cents, so that I only had 3 or 4 cents in risk, something that moves as much as this does, you have to be prepared to get assignment of short shares or long shares and then know how to deal with that once you get it. Again, no real trade here to speak of, just a little bit of a lesson in how modeling software will sometimes model some anomalies, and I wanted you to understand how that anomaly happens and be able to recognize it next time you see it. So that's it for now. Take care, everyone.